revolution will be live.
All right, well, here it is, second episode of the Album Podcast. Today we have a very special guest. We have Wyatt Stav. Hello, Wyatt. How you doing?
The Alvin podcast? That's amazing. I love
it. we
Perfect.
had one episode with a TikToker named BA Babyface or Bubba Babyface, and now we have Wyatt Stav. So today we're gonna talk about some music. We're gonna talk about like video games, stuff during quarantine, all that stuff. So how are things with you, Wyatt? How have things been?
Things have been difficult, but at the same time really good. It's been Lindsay and I have been going through some shit the last couple weeks that I feel like we're almost at the other side of. But in that, there's been like a lot of like really healthy growing that's taken place. So yeah, coming out the other side feeling like a new me. It's been awesome.
That's good. I like that. Well said. Yeah. So you've been doing YouTube for how long now?
Since 2012.
Damn, dude. And you've been a musician for how long?
20 years. I got my first pair of drumsticks and set when I was 5, and I'm 25 now. So.
Man.
Yeah.
And let's see, because you've been doing like covers and reactions on YouTube. I think that's how I found you. I looked up like drum cover of Under Oath, and that was when your cover came up. And I watched that. I'm like, dude, this guy's good. So I watched your video, and I was like really impressed with your drumming skills. And after that, I watched a lot of your reaction videos. Like I think my first reaction I saw was yours was God, there's so many. I think you did I Prevail. I think a few times, and then there was a few that I really liked. Like the recent one right now was Of Mice and Men Obsolete. That track was really good, and seeing your reaction to that song, was almost the same one I had, because I thought the chorus was freaking great.
Yeah, he's Aaron's amazing, huh?
Yeah. I have yet to see them live yet. I have seen. Actually, quick question: who is your favorite band you've seen live so far?
My favorite band live?
Yeah.
There was a show that meant a lot to me when I was pretty young that had it was a really stacked lineup. It had, let me think, I hope I'm getting this right. It had Motionless in White,
Ooh.
I See Stars,
Ooh.
Trivium, In Flames, and Ask Alexandria. Oh wait, maybe it didn't have Trivium. I think it had In Flames, and then there was another band before all of those bands.
Yeah,
that's right. So it didn't have Trivium, but it had In Flames, and then the headliner was Asking Alexandria, and at the time, I was super obsessed with them. So it really meant a lot to me to get to see all these bands.
Dude, where was I during this? Why couldn't I go?
Where do you live, by the way?
I live in California.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I like it and hate it because one, rent is expensive as hell out here. The what's it called? It's brutally whatchamacallit. It's brutally hot sometimes in the summer, to where like even the ACs struggle to keep people at least regularly comfortable. But then we have our good like 40 to 30 degree night times where I usually sleep when it's like super cold, because it's like if I'm sleeping in the heat, forget it. Like yeah, I'm a desert rat, but I don't want to. Hell no, I can't do that.
Yeah, that's understandable for sure. What would you prefer, extreme cold or extreme heat?
I think the cold would be a lot better, honestly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Extreme heat, oh my god, dude, don't get me started on the heat out here. Oh, it can get brutally terrible. Like you can freaking cook an egg on our goddamn car if it gets that hot out here, man. It's like it gets freaking hot out here, dude. So recently you did a live stream for your good friend Dimitar, and that went very well. And I want to say congratulations on raising it in 11 minutes, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude, that was insane, bro. That was insane.
That was a really cool moment for the community.
Yeah.
I was inspired. I had somebody who's actually, this is the coolest part. Chadwick Live, who's a member of my community. He's a streamer as well, and he's one of my closest friends. And he did something for me when I was coming up that really like changed the course of my life. That sort of, yeah, both Lindsay and I.
Oh wow.
It was kind of similar to what we were able to do for Dimitar, but it wasn't really on the financial end of things.
Okay.
He actually just sponsored a trip out to LA for us.
Wow.
Yeah. So he sponsored a trip so we could go out to LA and experience like hanging out with him and doing things in Anaheim, California. So we went to Disney and
nice.
Yeah.
Did you like Disney?
Oh, I love Disney.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Hell yeah, man. I agree with that 110%.
Yeah. We've gone, Lindsay and I have been together for 4 years, and we went the first 3 years to Disney because we went twice to Florida, and then we went once to California, and then 2020 would have been the fourth, but of course.
Oh, but yeah, then we had
COVID.
Yeah. We had It Should Not Be Named.
Voldemort.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's how I feel about it too.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, how have you been dealing with it? With the whole COVID going on?
Oh, I'll tell you in a sec, but I'd love to finish my story about Chad.
Yeah, go for it, man.
So so he did that for us, and really meant a lot to Lindsay and I. It kind of changed the way I view the world, because it was like, I don't know, it's just like my content brought about, I really believe in you get what you give. And so up until that point, I didn't really feel like I deserved the likes of that. But it changed the way I was thinking about what I was giving. And it made me appreciate for the first time what I was actually doing with my YouTube channel. Like, it made me feel really good that, oh my God, I've inspired people to this degree. Mm-hmm. I guess, right? So after that happened, what that meant to me, I knew then, I was like, we're going to do something like this for somebody else. So it was really, really amazing for me when he was there and he donated and he could help me do it again, but now for somebody else. So I told Dimitar in a call that I had with Dimitar today, I said, you don't have to, well, I said it in the actual video, but then I said it again because he was going on about how, I'll pay you back, whatever. I was like, no. Here's what we'll do. Chadwick did for me. I managed to figure out how to do something cool for you. You, me, and Chad will find a fourth motherfucker. And then all of us will team up and make that kid's life explode or whatever, or do something really cool.
Yeah.
So I want to keep that going. I told Dimitar, you find somebody and we'll do this. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be right now.
Yeah. That's cool. That's a cool thing. Paying it forward is really, really nice.
Yeah, 100%. It's really important.
Yeah.
I think that, anything that comes to you, if you can give that amount in another direction, then you keep the cycle going and you can keep growing from that, Right. So I think it's so important for people to take time to do things like that. It really can change you,
That's actually a very good statement, because a lot of things that I've been like, before I started I watched YouTube for a long time, of course, but there have been a lot of times where YouTubers have affected my kind of like my mental well-being in a sense. Like, there have been a few YouTubers that have done that so far. Like, there was still right now, it's like been H2O Delirious has been very funny and it's been very positive outlook on like how I view things, because he's more of a like, he doesn't really get angry when he does his thing. He's more like if it happens, it happens. He's like very happy-go-lucky stuff. But I think I also one of your videos that really helped me a lot was, I think it would have been a couple of your reaction videos, because I haven't really met someone who's been into like the metalcore scene as I've seen you, because I've seen like you really appreciate that genre a lot, because you like to listen to it, you vibe with that, and you agree with a lot of the lyrics that a lot of them say. Like, a lot of people kind of view metalcore as like a and here's like from what I've been seeing, some people view metalcore or just metal in general as like a satanic, like, ew, they're just screaming and stuff. Like, but you see it as like beautiful lyrics, good choruses, heavy ass breakdowns that are really that can really bring up somebody's, you know, mood. And seeing someone like yourself or Lindsay or people in that community do that really inspires me to do my own thing. Like, I've done a couple of reaction videos like from Obsolete and stuff after hearing the track the first time and seeing your guys' reaction. I'm like, all right, you know, I'll give it a shot. But like I'm saying, after seeing a couple of your videos and then been like binging a lot of them afterwards, you've really helped me kind of like come out of my own shell and do my own thing, like with the streaming thing and the content creation thing. So also just big thank you to you for helping me kind of realize that.
That's so cool, man. Thanks
Yeah.
for letting me know. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, no problem, man. So how have you been dealing with the whole COVID thing since it started?
That's a great question. Well, I said a lot at the beginning that there was a lot of people around me that were having a tough time.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, at first I wasn't, because like I had been on YouTube full time for I think 2 years prior, or a year and a half at least. So I was kind of like, it's like I had a warm-up lap.
Yeah.
At like staying inside all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But in that warm-up lap, there was like, prior to COVID, there was certain things that kept my mental sane, you know. And so I had coping mechanisms in place in my personal life, so I didn't go crazy working inside and moving inside.
Yeah.
And the thing about COVID was it took those coping mechanisms away. And they were things like just being able to go to the movies on the weekend.
Yeah.
Or, you know, sitting on a patio at noon having a beer with my girlfriend, you know, on a Saturday or a Sunday, or, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Especially us, like I was never, well, I was when I was younger, but as I got older, I wasn't really the go outside to experience nature type. I more so gravitated towards like downtown Toronto and going to more like cultural stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
So, so I had to go and like learn how to go outside and have fun in nature again, which I guess to a degree that's kind of cool. But what I'm getting at is, at first it took a lot of adjustment, and I think that 2020 was, honestly, I can look back in retrospect now and say it was probably the best year of my life. Because with all of the limitations put on us, I was forced to deal with things without distraction that I had been putting off for a lot of years. Personal things to do with myself and my own growth and like my mental state.
Yeah.
So I had to face a lot of demons, and it gave me the time and space, and it kind of in a way almost forced me into going through something that I kind of had a hint of that I needed to, but just didn't have the courage to address yet. So yeah, it was probably the best year of my life. Putting aside all the difficulties is what brought to real growth. So yeah.
Yeah. So like 2020 kind of give you like a new like outlook on life, basically. Like it helped you conquer your maybe conquered, or maybe like
Definitely
face your
conquer.
Okay, yeah. So conquer your inner demons and basically just see life through like a whole new lens, so to speak, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'd say that's exactly what it did. And like, I wouldn't say just 2020. Like, I'm still having, because of little backstory on my specific spot for anybody listening to this. Here in Canada, we're still like very much so in the heat of it. So we're not like, I know like I have friends in Arizona and like some of the southern states that are like, they don't give a fuck anymore. Like Florida's pretty much open, you know, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So where I'm currently at, we're very much locked down. And it looks like we're going to be going back into even further lockdowns soon, because every time they let us out, the cases spike, and then they go, all right, all y'all back inside. Yeah. So
yes.
So with that said, I bring that up because I say 2020 was the best year of my life, but even now, I'm still into 2021, and I'm still like figuring stuff out that I think when this is all over is going to make for a very exciting It's going to make for very exciting possibilities for my future because of all of the things that I've been able to sort of sort out along the way, I think.
That's a good statement because
How about you though?
oh, for me with 2020,
Yeah, with COVID, how have you been doing?
I've been doing all right. 2020 was kind of like a 50-50 for me because I was supposed to get married in 2020,
Whoa.
so that didn't happen.
Wow. Oh, dude. Congrats. So you're still engaged though, right?
Yeah, we're still engaged, yes.
Yo, let's go. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, thank you. We've been engaged for literally a year. We wanted to get married in 2020 because we were like, oh, maybe that will be the year where we'll have all our friends come and everyone can hang out and we can finally live our life together. And then all of a sudden COVID hit and all of a sudden we couldn't. So we kind of like went, maybe it was telling us maybe we should wait a little bit before we get married again. So maybe next year we can try that later. But I think 2020 was also a pretty good thing because then it made me, I saved up enough money. I got my own computer, my own setup now, and I've been also doing my YouTube stuff now and Twitch stuff now. But yeah, it actually has been helping me a lot mentally, and it also kind of sometimes hits me in the head mentally because like I have my own demons that sometimes it's harder for me to conquer them because it's like so much things that I can't like process at the same time. But I've been getting through it. I've been hanging in there, so to speak.
Well, that's good, dude. It's really exciting that it could inspire you and I think a lot of people to like really dive into some things they've been thinking about doing, like the Twitch or the
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
really cool. How has it been on Twitch so far?
So far, it's been going fairly decent. Like the VR streams I've been wanting to try VR streams for a long time, but I never had the headset to do it. And so I went on VR chat with desktop mode, just using the regular computer. And I met these people who had the VR headsets, and then and then they invited me to their Discord, and we started talking. And I said just one time, I just said, dang, I wish I had a VR headset. And then they made a whole new other Discord saying, okay, we're gonna give them a headset, blah 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 blah, and they didn't say nothing to me until they said, look out for look out for a package coming to you. It says from all of us. And I said, what is it? They wouldn't tell me, so I'm like, okay, I'll wait. Then I get UPS sent me a thing saying the package is on the way, and I looked at it, it's like, who's it from? It's from Facebook. I'm like, okay. So I messaged them, like, okay, Facebook sent me a message, sent me a thing, and then they try to play it off like, oh, it's just a gift card or something like that. It's like a gift card that weighs 10 pounds. I looked at them like with like the weirdest face, right? And then it gets to my house, and then I'm like, I call them up, and then I start bawling my eyes out because I only mentioned one time that I would like to have a VR headset, but I didn't have the money, and I was streaming so I can get donations to help me get it, the VR headset, so I can get them more streams with VR and stuff to help them cope and stuff. Also, like for me, VR is a great escapism. Like that has also helped me with COVID a lot because it helps me escape the real world and go into the virtual, which it's fun for me. Honestly, I think you would love that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because here's the cool thing with VR, Wyatt, is that you can go anywhere, be anybody. Well, you can basically be yourself, yeah. But in VR chat, you can like have your own avatar. You can go to all these worlds, have a good time. Concerts are a thing in there. You can go to like a cool like open arena concert or whatever. It's fun, and plus the cool thing is like let's say like this is like an idea for like your streaming stuff is like you can have people who subscribe to your Twitch and stuff like that, and you can have like VR chat meetups with people who are subscribed to you and stuff like that, and it'd be kind of cool because you can like meet up with your subscribers and just have a cool little fun time chat. And they have like this cool little game mode called VR chat Murder. It's actually really fun.
Yeah, I was watching you play it the other night.
I know. I'm still surprised that you actually found me.
Why?
I don't know, cause like I didn't expect it. Like I just saw like it was Wyatt. Like I said last time when I think it was in a call, we were in a call, you and me and people in your
Yeah.
Discord. I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, Wyatt Stav? Like, is it that Wyatt Stav or is
Oh, and you
this?
had to look to see if it
Yeah,
was the real.
to look and see if it was actually you. I'm like, oh well, shit. Okay, it is. um, but yeah, I just never expected like, I just never expect just really anyone to really watch because like, cause I'm a very small channel, so you kind of like have like a certain mindset about it, but then I kind of started to forget all about it when I'm in VR and just have a fun time, and whoever shows up, and if they don't, it's fine. So I would think that like to people who are watching or listening, VR is very fun for people to escape things and just to forget about things, have a good time. Um, I recommend everybody try it, like myself. All of them already have it. Why? You definitely need to try it. It's really really fun. It's actually
Gotta get the headset.
yeah. And I would say get the Oculus Rift S because you don't need no external sensors to put on
Mhm.
your wall or anything. Just plug in your computer and put on your head, and you're good to go.
That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, it looks like you guys have a lot of fun. But the one thing I'm gonna say is, you said there for a second, you're like, "Well, I didn't expect anybody to come." It's like, well, the whole like, build it and they will come. Well, you put the stream online, so there you go.
Yeah,
You built it.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
You built it, so expect for them to come now, man.
That's very true. I agree with that. I just have
Oh yeah,
sometimes I have a little like I said, sometimes I have a very hard time with my own work getting noticed, you know. So it's kind of like
of
cuz
course.
like when I was in film school doing stuff, it was a bit harder to do things cuz like you had to it's about in the film industry it's about who you know and then all that because you have to know someone higher up to get your stuff seen by other people. So it's like
Okay.
so like I kind of took that mentality into my streaming, so it's about who you know and who this is and who this is, and like, and I'm like, and then I took my time. I'm like, just have fun, and people if people like it, they'll come and they'll watch you. It doesn't matter who you know. If people like what you're doing and they like what you're if they like what they see, they'll stay. It doesn't matter who the hell you know. So I'm like, yeah, it's like yeah, I get that now. So I was just like very down on my luck, you can say, when I started streaming, because like I started streaming way before 2020. Like, God, it was like the Game Awards stuff when that happened, like
Okay.
way a long time ago. It was like it was rough. I had to stream on a like on a work laptop for like office stuff, and that didn't do shit for me. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't do anything, man. But now I have my own little stuff, and it's been a lot better. But honestly, like, um, oh God, what was I gonna say? Yeah, oh yeah, it was gonna be like,
Dude,
yeah, go for it.
oh, I was just gonna say real quick about what
Yeah,
you said, which is it's really cool that you came to that realization of like it's just about having a good time. Cause like
yeah,
I don't know, I feel like at some point I had the same thing happen where I was like, yo, people seem to really actually like care you know, when I'm having a really great time playing over a song, or
yeah,
when Lindsay and I are having a really great time headbanging to some music,
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, I think that's really important because once you realize that, I feel like the content gets a lot better because then you realize,
yeah,
oh, I just have to have a good time. Oh, okay, I gotta have a good time. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, yeah. I agree with that 110%. Because after I saw that, I just started having more fun with VR and my streams and stuff. It's kind of like how I see when you and Lindsay get really into a song and your reaction, like, oh yeah, they're just having fun now. It's like, it says having fun now. Forget that. It's like, that's great. I love it. So
yeah,
like,
you wanna forget that the
yeah.
camera's on.
Usually that's a great statement. Because there have been times where I've been like, in other streams I've been doing, where I would get so like, okay, who's doing what, who's doing that, and now I'm like, I'm just gonna play whatever the hell I want, and if people want to join in, they can. So
Nice.
if I'm having fun, fine. Because I had a what's it called? I had a friend who was just like that, who was so worried about their numbers and stuff. I'm like, just have,
Yeah.
just have fun, dude, and it'll be better for you. And now he's just like having fun playing his own thing. Doesn't stream anymore because he kind of moved on to just doing like film editing, and he's just doing really really good now. Um, but off of the music stuff, uh, has there been any songs that you just been requested that you just don't want to cover or just don't want to react to? Has there ever been like that one song that you're like, nope, not doing it?
I don't know. Definitely. I guess. I wouldn't say it's just one. Like there's lots of examples. See, here's the thing. We record reactions for a lot more than we post, I would say.
Right.
Well, that's not true. We used to do a lot more than we post. Nowadays, we kind of know. We have a better sort of sense for what's going to work. So we are quicker to record the videos for specific things.
Right.
And we've definitely had songs that have come up where we've gotten, like, this happens all the time. We'll shoot a reaction video and it'll be requested and we'll think that, okay, let's get into it. A lot of people are saying we should check this out. And you guys never see them because we get halfway through the song and I'm like, this doing anything for you? And Lindsay's like, no. I'm like, me neither. And turn it off, move to the next song. So that happens all the time.
Right.
Yeah, there was a song that came out by Falling in Reverse recently that we skipped over, which I think a lot of our audience was kind of confused by, because up until that point we had been checking out all the Falling in Reverse stuff.
Yeah.
And Lindsay didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do any Ronnie Radke songs anymore because of an altercation that Lindsay and Ronnie had, where they both kind of got on each other's nerves, and both of them were left kind of hurt from what happened. And after that, Lindsay didn't want to touch any of it. But she's actually, well, I guess I'm spoiling this, but it's okay because she's probably gonna be posting it today or tomorrow. But she has a video that's like she's been working on for weeks about Ronnie Radke that she's posting to her channel, and she's kind of doing that as like hey, I'm sorry that this happened. I want to bury the hatchet, and like trying to make nice with Ronnie. So in the future, it's likely that we'll be able to go back to checking out more of Falling in Reverse's stuff. But that one came up recently where we actually didn't do it because if Lindsay can't react to a song, then it's just me alone, and it's just not as special, I feel like. So I was like, all right, no, I won't do it.
Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't know that was a thing that happened with Lindsay and Ronnie.
Yeah, I mean most wouldn't, right? It was like a
like there was one I remember seeing where I think it may have been Popular Monster, or it may have been the not the vampire one, it was the one before that one. I'm trying to figure, it was the redone songs he did.
Oh yeah, it was you're right. The Drug in Me is reimagined.
Yeah, I remember him reacting to your guys' reaction.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Oh, what did he say? Did you like it?
He really liked how you were talking about the musicality and the lyricism that he had, and how he kind of like did his own how he did his own little thing with the revamped stuff.
Is that posted somewhere? I'd love to see what he said.
I think it might be on YouTube. If you look up like Ronnie Radke reacts to Drug and Memes we get mentioned, I think yours pops up in there somewhere.
Oh, like it's a bunch. It's a compilation off of his Twitch or something.
Possibly, yeah. I think it's in there.
Cool.
But I think you guys show up. I think I show up in there. I think that might be where it came from.
Cool. That's cool. I didn't know he checked that one out. That's really neat. I know he's checked out some of the others. I do know that he does that. He goes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. Honestly, like I do like Falling in Reverse a lot when it comes to like their old stuff being redone and everything like that. But hopefully Lindsay's video will do really well, and hopefully they can possibly bury the hatchet at that point.
Yeah, because I'd love to check out more of his stuff.
Yeah.
Although, to be truthful, we reacted to that song, the vampire one, I'm Not a Vampire. We checked that out in like 4 Twitch streams. It was like back to back for like 4 weeks in a row. So
really?
If you, yeah. So if I don't know, like we did check it out a bunch. It was a good song. I liked it. I thought he did a great job. I thought the music video was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god, dude. I've been wanting to talk about that song with somebody, but no one in my friend group hasn't seen it or heard it yet. I'm like, what? But honestly, like, it's fine. But I do really like the what he's done so far with the older songs and making them like kind of like a melodic symphonic orchestra, kind of like his own thing. I honestly really like that. Speaking of, you're making your own music, right? You're gonna do your own like cool little EP.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
Hell yeah,
I
man.
wouldn't say I'm making music yet. I
Well,
would say that I'm
not
making,
yet, but you're like in the process, right?
I would say that I'm currently making noise.
Honestly, that's a good, that's a better statement. Making noise.
But yeah, but we all got to start as noise before we can figure out what to do, right? So,
yeah,
yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm good. I was saying, yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing that you're doing that though.
Thanks, man.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Glad that you think so. That's sick.
Oh yeah, dude. Like honestly, I'm all for like musicians doing their own thing and branching out and making their own music. I do think that's a really good thing.
Yeah, I've been scared my whole life to do the likes of this. So
Why is that?
I don't know. Fear is irrational, right? So
Yeah, true.
I don't really have good reasons. They were just silly fears that kept me from doing what I wanted to do. But
Yeah,
2020 helped me get to the bottom of that. So
that's
now
that.
we
Oh
can do
yeah,
it.
that's true.
Yeah. The other thing too is, I guess I haven't been afraid because I am a performer. I've been on stage a bunch. I've obviously performed on YouTube quite consistently up until recently.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like a barrier between me and getting hurt, and that's the drum set, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've always just been afraid to put myself out in a way that I can be vulnerable. But if you can't express your vulnerabilities, then no one can really connect with you. And I think the reactions, as well as the other videos, but especially the reactions, have helped me to just be myself. Because I find that the times that I've been just myself are some of the videos that people like to celebrate and talk about the most. So I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, well, let's just keep doing my best to be me. So I guess the ultimate extension of that is manning up and, well, I shouldn't say manning up, but facing my fears is the better way of putting it. Facing my fears and learning how to do all the things that I've wanted to do my whole life, which is release music from the front of the stage, not the back of the stage. So,
Ooh, that's a good. I like that. I like how you said that because that is a really good thing to say because sometimes people like to they have to play their own they have to play other people's music, but then there comes a time where like, hey, I want to make my own thing, so let me put it forward this way. And so yeah, I definitely understand that. Like I used to do, like I said in another call that we had in your Discord, is that I used to do vocals a long time ago, but then I got discouraged by my music teacher because he just didn't understand. Because for people who are watching, I do have autism. I'm autistic, so for me, it takes me a little bit more time to learn. People aren't as patient with me as people should. Yeah, it's honestly, it's okay. Some people just don't kind of understand how it works. But then there are people who do. So there comes a time when I was doing music way back then that I was getting there. Like my vocal tone is very like kind of baritone because I can't go high. If I go high, my voice is kind of like cracks. Like I ain't no Killing Quinn, you know. So I can't go like obscenely high. So
no Vic Valentes.
Oh no. Although I'm still waiting for their next record though. It'd be nice to see another new Pierce the Veil album, but
yeah,
because he has mentioned that they're working on it, but like, give us a song, you know, like, give us a little taste, you know.
Yeah.
So I would really love the new Pierce the Veil record. But at the same time, when I was doing music back then, I was already listening to that Pierce the Veil, Through the Sirens, like asking all that because my cousin, like I told you, my cousin Summer got me into metalcore and all that.
Yeah,
so
shouts to your awesome cousin.
Right? If it weren't for her, I'd be probably listening to. I still like what I used to listen to before. I still listen to that stuff still to this day. But I also now really enjoy metalcore stuff. So before then I was listening to like Josh Groban, like the opera stuff, and now I listen to the same thing, but now I have like the metalcore influences in there, like the new Architect stuff, like when they had that when they did Animals and they had it in the orchestral version, and it was freaking good because you have metalcore with orchestra, and then they make a really well produced track like that.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yes. Honestly, I don't understand why people. I guess music is subjective to a lot of people, but I just don't understand why people didn't like the new Architects like as much as I thought people were going to. Because I really enjoyed. I enjoyed most of their songs on there. There was a few that were like, that was pretty good, but then there were ones like, dude, that was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think, what was your favorite track on the new Architects album?
I haven't listened to the complete record yet, to tell you the truth.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Have there been like a song that you listened to like reaction wise that you guys have did that you were like, yo, like the newest one that you guys did listen to? I think was it I forgot the chorus, I forgot the song title, but I remember.
Impermanence.
Yes. Because you had a you liked that song. I know that much.
Yeah.
But has there been what's it called? I don't know why, but usually when I'm doing these things, my mind just goes poof. Cause like
Me too.
Yeah, cause I'm so used to like just saying whatever the hell I want, but then when I'm talking to somebody, it's like it goes. I don't know why. It just does that, man. I don't understand.
Take your time. No rush.
Oh yeah, I know. So the people who are watching or listening, there have been like so many music artists that I used to listen to, and there was like I said, Josh Groban. Then there was, I still listen to like Josh Groban, Queen, all these other bands before I listened to metalcore.
Okay, cool.
Cause like Queen has been my favorite band since I was a baby. Like I remember listening to like Radio Gaga when I was 2 years old, and I'm like just like jamming out to it like by just. And then all of a sudden when I was about 10 years old, my friend Jacob gave me my first Slipknot record, which was their first self-titled record, and I had to listen to that in secret because my grandparents did not like that kind of music. They still don't, but they don't care now because I have my headphones and they don't really care about it nowadays. How did you get into like the metal scene or the metalcore scene?
Well, on your end, those are some great bands.
Oh yes they are.
Oh, yeah. Me personally, how did I get into metal? When I was in, I can't remember the age. I'm not sure on that. I think it was like grade 4, maybe grade 5.
Oh wow.
I was at oh yeah, is that early? I don't know.
Well, for
How old
me,
are you in grade 5? Grade 6.
Grade 6, I was about maybe I forgot how old I was. Oh my god, my memory is
I know,
freaking
right?
terrible.
I don't know either. I can't remember how old to be in that age, that grade.
Yeah, I don't either, but it's good. Go on.
Yeah, it's not too important this story, but I was at my friend's place, and I had a YouTube channel before my current YouTube channel, like when I was really young, and it was Tech Decks.
Nice.
Yeah, I had tons and tons of Tech Decks as a kid. I was like super into Tech Decks and like playing with I had the skate park and the half pipes and everything.
Dude.
And yeah, I loved playing with Tech Decks. So I would go over to my friend's place. His name was Thomas, and we'd go down to Thomas's basement, and I think he had, I'm pretty sure it was a ping pong table, this big space. So we'd set up all of our Tech Deck gear in Thomas's basement on top of the ping pong table and sit around it. And at the time, we couldn't video edit. So in order to post a video on YouTube of us playing with our Tech Decks and like make it some kind of like cool, compilation or whatever, just like us doing tricks.
Yeah.
We would literally have to play, like we couldn't put the music in later, so we'd have to play the music for the camera to hear in the space.
Yeah.
So one day I was at his place and he put on Disturbed, 10,000 Fists.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh
yeah.
Dude, that's a good first one. I like that.
Yeah. And up until that point I had been listening to like a lot of punk rock, like tons and tons of pop punk and punk rock. And like the first band that introduced me to like screaming at all, harsh vocals, was Billy Talent. So I already had been listening to Billy Talent at that point, and then to hear the drop-tuned guitars and like the intensity and like there's just the fucking reverberation that was that track, because that track's like that track is something special. So that track just hit me and it stuck with me to this day. I still listen to that album all the time.
Damn, nice, man. Dude.
Yeah, that's what got me into metal.
Ooh, nice. And then like I remember when I think after that, like in high school, it got like progressively, like I was still listening to metalcore, and then I found like Suicide Silence, like on like the deathcore stuff, and then Whitechapel, and all the other bands I started listening to more, and then Lamb of God, and then all the like the groove metal and all that, and then it was getting like really, really good. Like I listen to so many bands now because of all the variety of bands and new music, new sounds that are coming out with like the bands I used to listen to that are they're still developing their own new sound, like with Bring Me and their newest EP they just released, that had so many like different tracks that are like different, like differentiate from each other. Like we had One by One, then there was Kingslayer, and then there was a one with Amy Lee that was like hauntingly eerie and was really beautifully sounding, and then there was so many other tracks on the new Bring Me that just hit home with me, because I like baby metal to an extent, right? But then hearing Kingslayer, when you hear Bring Me, and then you have baby metal come in, it just, I don't know, it has like the perfect mix for me with both like two differentiating styles, you know. So I think that's why I like Kingslayer so much. But then I also just loved One by One because it had a great chorus. The Nova Twins were really, really great. And then after I listened to it, I watched your reaction on it, and then I'm like, dude, he fucking loves that song. It's like, bro, dude, that song, it was good. And in my brain, I'm like, how are they gonna perform it without the Nova Twins? But maybe he's just gonna have it like maybe backing vocals on it, or I have no idea how they're gonna do that live.
Oh, I love that reaction.
Yeah, me too. I still watch it sometimes, so I love that song. And it's just like here's the thing with reaction videos that I really genuinely like, is that if they've never seen it or never heard it and it's a genuine reaction, I'm all in. Because I've seen some people won't name names, but I've seen people who have done it, and it's like, something makes me think you've heard it before. Like I've seen people who first reaction to Queen, I'm like, wait a minute, you've never heard Queen? Or
it's like dum dum dum.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are you a young man? And it's like, what?
Yeah.
You haven't heard this? You know?
Yeah. And then there was one person I watched, right? I won't name this channel, but I heard him. I watched this video, and he says he couldn't even say Queen. Like he like first reaction to, and he's just, it's like, how do you not know how to say Queen? Like I don't know, man.
Well, I'm very glad that you find my work as authentic as you'd like to see.
It really, yeah, I really think it is, because
cool, very cool.
Because I think yours, Alex Hefner's, and
oh, you like Alex? His is
yeah,
great.
him, Alex, and Orion's, I really enjoy.
Oh, you like Ryan? Nice.
Yeah, dude, I love him. I love his stuff too. Like,
yeah,
I think my favorite stuff that he's done as well is whenever he listens to like anything that has like a black because of his merch stuff. But then, especially when you, him, Lindsay all get together for like the breakdown videos, and dude, those things are sick, man. I love those videos you guys do when you guys get together and sit on that freaking couch and just break
right
that.
Here.
Yeah, that one right there. Just break that motherfucker, man.
That's right.
Because dude, those are some high quality content.
You think so? I'm glad you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm not ashamed to point out when I like something. So
good, very good. Love it.
Me too. I'm also glad that I'm glad that you actually like what I do as well. I just I just like cause there have been moments in time where I've been like working really hard on stuff, and I just think like I said, that mindset of like, who's gonna see this? Like, but then I'm like, who cares? Just make it.
That's right. That's
So when people tell me
do
that
it for you. Do
yeah
it for you first, and then people will care.
yeah, because then when I started making videos again recently, and I just make them, put them up. I'm proud of them, and then people watch them and like, all right, that's good. Like, so I'm also glad that you like what I do with Twitch. Actually, what got you interested in watching my stuff? Actually, I'm actually curious.
I have a policy that if anybody comes onto my server and gives me a time of day, then if I see them live, you bet your ass I'm going to give them a time of day. So
Oh, okay.
I saw your little purple dot beside your name, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen his stream before, so I right-clicked you and hit watch.
Oh, damn. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Of course.
And then you
100%.
stream every Friday, right?
Yeah, every Fridays at 6 p.m. I would like to, in the future, get back into more regular weekday streams with video games, because I did that for like the first 5 months of streaming.
Right.
I just, with the project I'm putting together with my voice and the guitar and everything, I just I find that I don't have the free time right now to do it, but
Yeah.
I would like to try and add maybe Monday nights.
Monday
would be
night
game
streams?
nights. Yeah, do Monday night streams.
Yeah. Have any games in mind you want to play on Monday nights?
Well, I still have Cyberpunk untouched on my Steam. Yeah.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
it's just been sitting there. Well, so we tried to stream it, and when we did, it like totally ruined my PC the couple times that we tried to do it.
Was it like lagging it around?
Yeah, well, we did it when it first came out, and it was so filled with bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me, I understand.
Yeah. So apparently, I've been told by everybody that it's a lot better now. I just haven't found the time or the motivation to get that going, because I got other things that I'm working on, but hopefully soon.
Oh yeah, because that'd be good, because Cyberpunk, it is a commitment because it's a long game.
Yeah.
But it's very fun, because I remember when I first got it, I started playing it, I was already sucked in. Like, yeah, the bugs annoyed the hell out of me, but I'm like, if it's not game breaking, then I'm okay. There was one game breaking bug that I just got really annoyed at, but then they fixed it. I'm like, all right, fine, that's fine. But for me, I won't spoil nothing because you haven't touched it yet. But I'm just gonna say that for me, it's actually people shit on it, yes, but I think it's one of the best RPGs I've ever played in a while. Really, because the story was really good.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing for me too. I feel like I will agree with you. The reason why is because like my favorite game ever made is The Witcher 3.
Ooh, yes.
So like obviously it's the same studio, so it's like,
yeah.
I imagine if it's anything like The Witcher 3, I'm gonna have a great time.
Oh, you're gonna have a really good time. Trust me.
Cool, perfect.
Yeah, because like The Witcher 3 is like utterly on my top 5 best games I've ever played.
Yeah. For sure.
Because like
mine's like number 1 Witcher 3, number 2 World of Warcraft, number 3 Skyrim.
Oh, Skyrim, yes, dude. That's number 4 for me, dude. I love Skyrim so much.
Go. What's your number 1?
Number 1 for me is it's a tie between Sly Cooper 2 and Second Dexter.
Dude, I love both those games.
Hell yeah, dude. Because
Wait,
I was
Dexter. Are we talking like Jack and Dexter?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's the PSP one, right?
PS2 and PSP.
Yeah. Okay. I had it on PSP, but right on.
Oh yeah, that's good. They had some good ones on PSP. Because Sly Cooper for me was not my first ever game I played, but when I played it, it was freaking fantastic because I just love the. For me, I love the story. I love the visual style. I love the music was just great, and I just loved how. It just made, for me, that game was just well crafted. Plus Sucker Punch did a great job, and then they freaking made Ghost of Tsushima, which is just mind-blowingly amazing. And I really hope they make another Sly Cooper, like maybe a 5th one, or I don't want them to reboot it. I want them just to make another like a 5th one after the 4th one on PSP that came out like a long time ago.
Yeah, dude, that's so cool. I remember playing both those games to death. That's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, dude. If they had it on Steam, I would probably be playing it an ungodly amount. Like you be seeing me on Steam like all the time, like playing either VR Chat or Sly Cooper 2 or the entire trilogy as a whole, because I love those games so much.
Well, with all the excuse me, with all the remakes they're doing, it may be that you'll see it soon. Hopefully,
I actually hope so.
be cool.
There have been a few games that I actually did like that were based off of movies or books. Like the people watching, don't flame me for this, people who are watching or listening, but I did like the first 3 Harry Potter games. They were pretty damn good.
Oh, like the PlayStation 1 game?
Yeah,
or whatever?
yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I
Hell yeah.
had the PlayStation 1 versions, and then I got PS2, and I played those versions again. Like, I played Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, and then Prisoner of Azkaban, and then I had the Quidditch game, which I think is awesome. Did you like Harry Potter as a kid?
Yeah, for sure. I was like, so my big 2 were like Star Wars was number 1 for sure. And Lord of the Rings was number 2, and then I'd say Harry Potter was probably well, I don't know. As a kid, I wasn't big into Harry Potter. I was, but I wasn't. Like, I wasn't obsessed. As I got older, the story resonated with me more. So I found that like in 2016, I watched through all of them again, and then like 2 years later, I did it again. And like those years, I was really into it. When I went back through, when the whole thing was complete and I could start from the beginning and go all the way through, I got really back into it for a while. But yeah, my first big 2 were Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, and then Harry Potter came later.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because my first ever movie I ever watched was, of course, Star Wars, because I have way too many. I am quite obsessed with it. I have been since I was a kid. But yeah, I've seen every Star Wars movie, watched all the cartoons, played the games. The thing is like me just being a Star Wars fan. I just like, I can't get enough of it because it's just there are times where I just don't agree with some things that they do in Star Wars. I'm not gonna gatekeep it, but I'm just like I don't know if I agree with what they did, but for me, yeah, it's Star Wars. I love Lord of the Rings. Like I said, I haven't said it, but I am obsessed with it too. I think when I first got into Lord of the Rings was when I had to do a book report, and they gave me 3 options. The first 2 were so trash I didn't remember those books. But that not Lord of the Rings, but the first 2 books that they gave me to read were trash, and then they gave me Fellowship of the Ring. I read that, and then I literally wrote like I was so into that book that I did a book report. They only wanted me to do 3 pages. I did 30. Because I love that book so much.
That's crazy.
Yeah, let me see. What you got? Oh, don't tell me. Yo, dude, hell yes. Yo.
I had other versions when I was younger. Here, let me show you.
Ooh, let me see this.
I think this might be a first edition. Let me check.
Is that first edition?
It might be.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait, maybe not. This was 1964. When was the book written? I think this is not a first.
I don't think it's a first edition. I think it was like maybe second or third edition, possibly, because I think it's like the 30s or 40s. Maybe it was written.
Yeah, you're right. So this was in the 60s. So yeah, still old as hell.
Still good though. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I don't know how I came about getting this one. Can't remember.
Keep that close.
Oh wait, you know what? I think I know how. I think my dad. Oh, it's a funny story. I remember now. My dad used to be a high school principal, and I think they like busted a kid's locker for like having a ton of drugs in it. Like,
shit.
Because sometimes they have to bring in the dogs and they like sniff for marijuana and other drugs.
Yeah.
So they like that had a shit ton of drugs in it. So they confiscated everything in the locker, and this was in the locker. And then he kept this in his office for a while, and it was never claimed. So then he just like, here, do you want this?
Oh, well, damn. I was like, yep, yes, please.
I don't know. So,
dude, dude, that's awesome.
Thanks, man.
Oh hell yeah, dude! The Lord of the Rings is obviously another one of my top 5 because I remember watching it like in 2000. I'm surprised that those movies are so old, but yet hold up so well still today.
Yeah.
Like 2001 was the first one, and it still looks good. Like you can't look at like Lord of the Rings: Return of the King that was literally made in 2003, and you watch it in 2021, and like they could re-release this, and people will still go to the theaters to watch it. Like I would.
For sure. I definitely would. Yeah.
Have you watched the extended versions of them?
Yeah, of course, like 100,000 times. Yeah.
Oh, thank God, yeah, dude.
There was one point in time where I think I was 18 and I was going through a bad breakup with like my 3rd or 4th serious relationship. I was with a girl for like a year and a bit, and I was going through this breakup, and fucking I watched Lord of the Rings around the clock for like 2 or 3 weeks straight. Like I would start the movie and I'll go all the way through all 3 over the course of a day, and then I go to sleep, wake up the next day, and put them back in and start again, all 3.
Oh, that's
like,
awesome.
And if I didn't get down all 3, like wherever I left off in that whatever movie I was on, I'd start the next day from that point and watch all the way in, then start over. And I did that for like, so yeah, I and like there was other points in time in my life where I did that too. So I'm pretty familiar with this movies.
Oh yeah, I could. If you watch the extended editions, like you said, dude, yes, that's honestly, I think that's actually cool because if I had them, of course, but I didn't have the extended versions. I had the regular versions. But then when I had my first job, that was the first thing I bought was the extended versions because then I saw a lot more. When I watched them, I'm like, why didn't they just put that part in the theaters? But I'm like, I guess people couldn't sit through a 4-hour movie or a 3-hour movie. Like I can sit through Justice League, no problem. The Zack Snyder version, that's fine. It's 4 hours long. I'll watch that. Like, has there been any movies coming out that you've been really wanting to see?
I apologize, but I have another podcast I do have to get going to, but I will answer that question, then we can wrap it up, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, sick. Cool. Yeah. Is there any movies coming out? No. I don't feel like there's any movies coming out at all right now. I don't know. I guess it's because of COVID, right? No one's making any movies. So.
Oh, I know.
And it seems like all the movies that are coming out are just retakes of old movies these days. You know? It's like I'm just seeing all the same movies I watched as a kid, but they're just modern versions of them. You know.
Yeah, that's actually very true, honestly. I think the ones I really want to see before we end this, I just want to see Justice League again, because that was the Zack Snyder version, because that one was really sick. But then I also really want to watch, of course, King Kong vs. Godzilla, because I want to see actual kaijus fighting each other.
Oh yeah, okay, that looks really cool. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, because I need to get HBO Max so I can watch those things, and then their Mortal Kombat movie comes out next month. I want to see that as well. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this episode of this podcast with Wyatt Stav. I will put his socials, of course, in the description, and if you want to check him out, if you listen to this on Spotify, go to his YouTube, youtube.com/WyattStav and twitch.tv/WyattStav, right?
You got it, my man. Thank you.
Of course. And that's going to be it for this podcast. So this is going to be it. Grand Dark Elfer out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, guys. Peace out.